What's going on, everyone? Thanks for checking out Colorado Dirt Bike Riders again. And on this episode, we decided to check out some awesome New Mexico single track this time.
Better it looks, man. Come on. The good thing is, we're riding at about, I think, 5,000 feet elevation, so it's not that bad. Whew, it's just a non-stop climb, man.
See, it's winter time right now, so we need a place to ride. So, what's the next best place? New Mexico. Now, this single track was definitely a different feel than the traditional single tracks in Colorado. This one in particular was a pretty nice V-shaped single track, so the front kind of tracks in and out, giving it a little bit of a challenge. Most likely, probably from the wear and tear and the amount of use this single track gets.
These V-shaped single tracks, man, they're definitely something else.
This single track, downright, is awesome. I would say it's a combination of flat, steep, rocks, grooved out, typical single track. Now, we've never been here before, but let me tell you, this place is just downright awesome. I honestly felt right at home. You see, this area really reminds me of a place down south of Colorado called Penrose Commons, OHV. And in all honesty, the terrain looks almost identical, if not 100% identical.
Woo! This trail is becoming something else with the KLX 250 now. Oh shit.
Now, I decided to bring the KLX Dual Sport mostly because of its low maintenance. It's great on single track, and to be honest, days where I feel lazy, where I just don't want to do any oil changes, any air filter changes as often as the performance dirt bikes, that's when the KLX comes in.
Oh, that was tight. Oh, come on.
Now, this section of single track right here was epic. It was awesome. It started getting really steep and just started getting really tight around the corners. A lot of bushes, a lot of tight trees, a lot of rocks, just tons of fun.
bit tough, I'm not gonna lie.
Now the biggest issue right here on this section of single track was probably my suspension setup. During this time I was weighing probably around 230 pounds without gear, and I had the stock springs on this KLX 250. So it was really plush. Essentially that made things really bouncy. My front would just track all over the place on the rocks, especially when going uphill or straight downhill. Not to mention the elevation was around 5,000, probably to even 7,000 feet. Me weighing around 230 pounds plus whatever gear I had on, you could only imagine that the KLX 250 did struggle a little bit with my weight. But in all honesty, it was still an awesome dual sport. I had a great time, no problems keeping up with the big dirt bikes here. Now here in New Mexico, I mostly thought everything was going to be flat, rocky of course, because it's technically still in the mountains. And of course, I was wrong. Now this entire single track is the unknown for both of us. I have no idea what I'm getting into, but let me tell you, this KLX Dual Sport handled the terrain with no problem at all, and of course, in comfort. So after a few days here in New Mexico, let me tell you, this place is awesome, it's epic. But after the second and third day, I started getting a little bit more tired on the single track, especially me bringing the KLX Dual Sport. The suspensions were pretty bouncy because of the spring rate, but overall, I had a great time. I love this single track. Definitely want to come back again. Would not hesitate to bring out the KLX Dual Sport whatsoever, but maybe just change out the springs. Anyhow guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed this footage. Go ahead and subscribe, but hit that bell button. That way you guys can help me out. Anyhow guys, I'll catch you on my next video.